Yo, Teddy.
Yeah.
We are live!
All right. All right.
Now, we got to make sure that these overlays are working, Teddy, because I'm a little angry at these overlays. One minute they look like they're working, the next
And
minute
next
they're not.
minute,
They're not. Like right now, they're not working.
like what? It's not showing on the thing.
No, it's not showing on there, but let me try something, though. Let me try something. Let me try something.
What?
Ain't nobody in here
I
yet
got
anyway.
it's one person that's in there. I think it's
It
just me.
is. That's probably
Yeah.
just you. All right, let's remove. Yo, I don't know what is up with this overlay, bro. This thing is really bugging me. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, okay. All right, all right, all right. Now, it should be showing on there now. Okay, I think I see it now. It's real small though.
Oh, okay.
You
Oh,
see it
yeah,
now?
yeah. I see that. Yeah, the voice overlay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
small.
All right,
It's
it's
not as
small.
big. It's not big.
No, it's not that big, but I mean, shit. At least it's there. It wasn't there before.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I think I could fix
Yeah,
the
the name.
size of it though. But you know what? I ain't gonna mess with it right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, if anything, that can be easy
Yeah,
fixed for the next
exactly.
show.
Next show we can fix
It's
that up.
building blocks, brother.
Yeah, that's right. Building block. Building block. Everybody, all two people that are in here, hit the like button, please. Subscribe if you are not a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, where the hell you been the last month? The Rick and the Ted, we got it going on. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like you,
we had
like like we like we literally went into the broadband bully server and completely demolished the competition.
hey,
Simple as that.
yeah, they don't want
You
that
know,
smoke.
Rick had one person that actually called them out right there on the spot. He ended up whooping his ass.
Facts.
I had two scrubs over here trying to call the Maverick out.
Man, you know
That's
what?
right. That's right. That's what it is. That's right.
You know
I am
what?
no longer just Teddy Digital. I am Teddy the Maverick. Matter of fact, no, it ain't even no much as Teddy. I'm simply just the Maverick. All right. I'm a Maverick. I literally went in there. I told them exactly what I was gonna do, and I ended up doing it. I had one person thinking that they were just gonna mop the floor with me. They couldn't wait to face me. Oh, they couldn't wait to get their hands on me. Pause. They literally telling me they were gonna do this, that, this, and the third. And I was like, all right, fine, cool. Whatever floats your boat.
You know,
Sure enough, they went in there and they failed. And they failed miserably.
talk that ish, Teddy. That's what I'm talking
Simple
about.
as that.
Now,
Simple as that.
now we're not trying to protect anybody. Why don't you tell the people who is this person that you had to roll up like a blunt and smoke them?
Oh
Tell
yeah,
them who it
yeah.
is.
Trust
Tell
me.
them
No,
who
no,
it
no,
is.
no. We're not protecting their integrity because, like I said again, they had it coming. I had to go ahead and whoop that crackpot ass preacher pastor. Now he over here on goddamn Twitter, over here goddamn asking for a wife, sitting over here trying to
Oh
sing to these
man,
damn women and all that stuff. Sitting here thinking he gonna con these goddamn women into goddamn being with his sorry ass. But as far as I'm concerned, who the hell wants to be with that goddamn crackpot loser? Who the hell wants to be with that no good for nothing little prima donna that's sitting over there thinking that they was just gonna go ahead and run roughshod like I don't play these fucking games? And not only that, it's a goddamn Xbot in it of that. It's a fucking Xbot who was sitting here trying to challenge me. Matter of fact, two Xbots, and I whooped their ass at their own game. So one thing about it is these bots damn sure don't play no fucking multiplayer games because a couple of nights ago I proved it first goddamn hand. And goddamn Juan, hey, I don't know what else to tell you, buddy boy. You had your chance and you failed miserably. There will be no rematch.
Teddy
You had
wants
me down.
blood.
You had me down 9-1, and I still here came back and whooped your ass. Simple as that. As far as I'm concerned, take your ass in them fucking AA meetings and get good at the fucking game instead of making fucking excuses like you've been doing in that damn disc.
Slow down,
Simple as
Ted. You're
that.
killing them.
Simple as that.
Man,
Now, Rick, if anything, I'm not the only one who had a little bit of excitement that one night. Go ahead and tell them what you did to this little wannabe gamer, this wannabe challenger Parker, to the point to where he hasn't even challenged, let alone talked about even playing any type of game since then.
well, let me tell you something, brother. There's this guy in New Jersey walking around lifting UPS boxes, thinking he's tough, saying he can pick up an Elite 2 controller, brother. Calls himself Parker. Well, let me tell you this. If he's Parker, he doesn't know how to use the stick in the car, brother. Because I shot him down, beat him down. I beat him so bad, his ancestors felt the pain, brother. Just like Hollywood's gonna do anytime he's on that Halo-ish, brother.
Hey, as simple as this. There's a change in the air, folks. The goddamn Maverick World Order is running worldwide right now, all right?
And you see, brother,
Oh.
then they wanted to know why we called it Plan B, brother. It's because you're gonna need a Plan B when you're messing around with Ted and me, brother. Look at those bars.
Yeah, tell him again, Rick. Tell him again.
You know, I can go on and on, brother, on the mic, flipping my tongue like a, Hollywood can't say that on YouTube. But anyway, you get the picture, brother. Even if you had a camera phone or one of those old school VCR cameras, everybody saw what I did to Parker. Doubled him up like R. Kelly. Took him out, brother. Plan B's undefeated. In that Discord, they don't want the smoke.
Simple as this. And you know what? It's simple as this. Like I said, we're challenging all newcomers. We're challenging all comers over there from all different podcasts. All them jokers over there from RDX. All them jokers over there from goddamn what is it? What's that other one with Mooch and them? What's the name of that one? Who gives a damn anyway? It ain't like they goddamn worth the shit anyway. Hell, that bullshit little podcast they got going on. Hell, we're even challenging them boys from We Piss Green. Hell, Joe Hansel decided he was gonna go in here and try and surprise me, thinking, "Oh, I'm just gonna get him right there on the spot when nobody's goddamn looking." Nobody, boy. I don't face you when it's convenient for you. You face me when the lights are on bright and everybody in this goddamn chat can see you get your ass kicked. Plain and simple.
My man Teddy is fired what we call the F up. So any of you Negroes that want to smoke, messing with the Plan B in the Halo Wars, why don't you come and see us? You better wear some glasses because you gonna get smoked. I'm telling you, y'all don't want that smoke. Teddy, where's the damn avatars at? They're gone again. Man, what's going on here? Look.
The hell with those avatars out there, man. We have serious things to talk about here.
All right, Teddy, why don't you be the lead-off hitter?
Well, if anything, I believe. Which one do you want to start for? Do you want to start with I would say, what happened? Pretty much what went down during Raw yesterday, or would you like to talk about pretty much just the state of the WWE and what do we have to look forward to now that we are literally in the first day of the new era since Vince McMahon officially retired?
Well, it's funny you say that because I honestly don't think that Vince McMahon is really retired.
Really?
I don't think so. For all of you guys out there, girls who are watching, if you don't know wrestling terms, that's a work. I think it's a damn work.
Dude,
So
you think it's? I'll be honest with you, Rick. You think it's a work?
I think it's a
I'll be
work.
dead honest with you, my man.
I think it is.
I think this is it. I honestly believe, I feel like Vince is literally gone on to greener pastures. I feel as though the board of directors, and I hate to say, don't want Vince McMahon anywhere near the product. since this whole debacle, since this whole pretty much since this whole sexual misconduct situation went about it, I don't think they want anything to do with Vince McMahon, and I don't mean that in a horrible way of it, like, oh, they're trying to dodge. They're pretty much trying to watch out for Vince any way possible. I think it's just to the point of they look at it like, okay, if it was gonna happen, then hey, it happened at a great time because now it's basically we can use this as a way to get rid of the old guard that was Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, Kevin Dunn, because there's been reports lately, believe it or not, going on throughout Facebook and Twitter that Kevin Dunn, due to the situation of Vince McMahon retiring, Kevin Dunn could possibly be out the door as well.
Facts, and shout out to Merc. Merc, yo, listen, Merc, you a loyal brother, yo. You always come through, and we appreciate that. I appreciate that. Here's what I say. How many times has a wrestler said it's his last match? How many times has a wrestler said, never again, or I'm done? There was a guy by the name of Shawn Michaels, had rods in his back, came back and he wrestled again. There was Edge, who came on TV crying, saying that he was never going to be able to wrestle again because of his neck. Then there was Daniel Bryan. They gave a whole Raw tribute to this guy about how he was getting concussed or whatever he was. He's a little guy. And he said he wasn't going to wrestle again. All of those wrestlers are currently active right now, if I'm not mistaken. All of them. Currently active, whether it's full-time or part-time, they're all active. I think Vince...
The way I look at it with Edges...
Listen, here,
no, go ahead.
Here's the thing here. I believe that there is something out there very heinous that they are threatening Vince McMahon with to make him step away. And the only reason why he will step away is because he doesn't want to hurt his stock price. Because at the end of the day, what he built for 40-some years is for his children's children, his great-grandchildren. Really, not his grandchildren, great-grandchildren. I mean, you're talking $5 billion here, Ted. When there's $5 billion at stake, money makes you move a certain way. That dude, you would have to, listen, that dude was going to die at Gorilla backstage. He was not going to retire like this. He was not going to retire like this. First of all, there's a leak somewhere. And if you listen to certain podcasts, I won't name them because I'm not even going to give them like shout outs to this. They said that they believe that it's The Rock's childhood friend, the Khan dude, who's leaking the information. So ultimately, he and The Rock can take over the WWE. Think about this. The Rock did buy the XFL from Vince McMahon.
Right.
Do you think that he's going to say, hey, Vince, you know what? I got some partners. We'll buy the WWE from you. Because here's one thing y'all know about Samoans. Can't say it for black folks. Black people, we don't forgive. We always hold a grudge.
Yes,
at some point. Samoans always remember if you did them dirty. And the way that Peter Maivia was treated on his way out, the way Rocky Johnson was treated on his way out. You never know. Rock might have planted the seed with my man and was like, yo, listen, do me a solid. Get him up out of there. We'll make a move and we'll buy the whole network. We'll buy the whole joint. You know, Rock is already, well, how many Disney movies Rock do and all that other stuff? You know, he's a made man. And who better for him to be a partner for somebody buying that company when all The Rock's got to do is get in a ring, and how many people will buy a pay-per-view if they still had a pay-per-view? How many people will watch a Raw if The Rock just announces that he's going to come through? Do you know what a Rock versus Roman Reigns pay-per-view buy rate would be if they actually sold pay-per-views anymore? It'd be crazy. It'd be bigger than what a Stone Cold Hollywood Hogan match would have been in his current state right now. Because right now, Roman's red hot. He's all they got. Brock Lesnar's a part-timer. Well, Roman's a part-timer too, but he's more on the full-timer, part-timer side. So, I mean, I think it's a work. If it's not a work, he's going to be back. He can't keep his hands off of his creation. That's almost like telling a father to not be in his son's life. It's not going to happen. He's going to still be pulling the strings. You think he's not on the phone with Triple H saying, "Oh, Paul, you don't run nothing. Here's what I want to do." That's what's gonna happen. Vince is still pulling the strings, bro.
And I can understand what you're talking about it there, but me personally, like, just to keep optimism going, I honestly believe like it is over. Like, I feel like, honest to God, there is no strings being attached because I feel as though the board of directors and the shareholders got their foot down. They look at it like this: we want Vince gone. We want people who were involved in this situation gone. Now they're looking at it as, and it's almost like God, what was that one other situation? Shoot, what was that one other situation? It wasn't wrestling or nothing. It was like I forgot what it was, but all I know is like the head honcho was there. He ended up having to resign. And pretty much what happened is the old guard had to goddamn go with him.
Well, they
like,
always
even if they didn't do
all
shit,
resigned.
it's the mere fact that they were associated with him.
Pat Patterson had predatory charges on him, and they sat Pat down for a little bit, and he came back.
Yeah, granted, they did, but at the same time, they didn't. Right, he had predatory charges, but at the same time, those charges were cleared. So by that time, Pat was able to goddamn come back.
Now listen, charges being cleared and not being guilty or being guilty, two different things. I'm pretty sure somebody got slid a Halliburton full of a couple of $100 bills.
Okay, you can, like I said again, call it what you want. If that's the case, then hey, all this is being brought to the damn light because this man, because like I say, the evidence there is prevalent. I mean, I don't know about you, Rick, but I don't know how the hell somebody would be pulling the strings when I literally had just been exposed like 12. I've been goddamn giving out $12 million of hush money just so these girls won't say shit. Or what? Let me not say girls. These women just won't say shit. So these women won't say shit.
Well, I'll tell you what. Somebody ratted him out because.
Of course, I guarantee you somebody probably did. Because I mean, shoot, how the hell do we not know about this stuff? And he's been doing this for like the past 20 some odd years.
Yeah,
I mean?
Exactly. Like, and I said that in my show a couple of days ago that I did solo when you was at work when I played hooky from work.
Right.
I said, if Vince has been doing this for years, like everybody suspects,
because
he'd be doing
because
it. Nobody is just now coming out. Why
exactly.
is he vulnerable now? I mean, he doesn't have. I mean, the only person he's missing really is Pat Patterson and Joe Briscoe. Those are his confidants. He got Pritchard back.
Yeah.
Pritchard's back there with him.
Well, yeah, Pritchard's back. Yeah, Pritchard's back. Pritchard's back. Granted, Pritchard's back. Jerry Briscoe's been gone for almost about.
He's been gone since COVID. I think he got furloughed.
Yeah,
I think he got furloughed to COVID.
Yeah, he was one of the guys who got furloughed.
Yeah.
So yeah, him. Yeah, so he's been gone since they did the furlough in COVID. Mm-hmm. So he's been gone since that, but he got it. Him and JBL got a podcast going on now. Other than that, I mean, it might have been one of his confidants right there. Was it was Blackjack Lanza back in the day,
Johnny Ace, and now they had to tell him to have a seat.
But Johnny Ace, they already told him, hey, yo, you need to go ahead and pop a squat. Better yet, we need you going for the company altogether. Wow. Like, we need you to go ahead and resign your position. And at first, I think they gave it to Triple H. Didn't they end up making him creative?
He's head of creative, but that means almost nothing because Vince Russo was head of creative. And when him and Ferreira were head of creative.
Well, but at the same time, when it came down to them being head of creative, they had to check in with who? They had to check in with Vince.
And that's my whole point, Teddy. They still are gonna have to check in with Vince. Here's the thing, though.
Yeah, Vince. Yeah, they still had. Okay, granted, they still had to check in with Vince, but with this situation going on, they don't want him nowhere near the product. Who the hell is Triple H checking into? What, staffing them?
No,
maybe. I don't fucking know.
He is checking in with Vince McMahon, bro.
I doubt he's checking in with Vince.
Listen,
this man ain't got nothing to do. Dude, I'll be honest with you. If all this,
so you think that? So hold on. So Vince McMahon not in the building, not at Gorilla. You think does that make it more or less dangerous? Now he gets to see it from afar and call in and harass people.
Okay, cool. From afar, okay, fine. From afar. But here's what the shareholders are thinking. Like, as a shareholder, I'm thinking to myself is this. Okay, he's not. If he does what he does, I mean, it doesn't really fuck up the stock price now because people look at it as, well, he's out of the company. He's retired. He doesn't have shit to do with the WWE like that no more. So it doesn't really like. It's a real fucked up game, but at the same time, shareholders look at it like out of sight, out of mind. He's not associated with WWE. He doesn't. It ain't like if a press conference come in, I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna see him on the press conference starting it up with everybody. No, I plan on seeing either Nick Khan or Stephanie McMahon starting up press conferences from now on. So you can expect to see either one of them when the WrestleMania press conference starts, which should be starting. If we're talking about the press conference, hell, that shit should be starting honestly like I say around SummerSlam. That's normally when they start ramping up for WrestleMania season. Normally getting things in place, getting things together.
Well, it's usually WrestleMania seasons. Usually after Royal Rumble.
Well, yeah, I know. What? Shoot, no. The road starts at the Royal Rumble. I mean, shoot, when it comes down to it, normally that press conference starts at least about a couple months before the Rumble.
Okay, well, you're talking press conference. I'm talking programming. You're looking at Survivor Series where they play that.
Of course, programming wise, I mean, for most of that, you normally see the seeds get planted. I would say maybe the Raw after Survivor Series leading up into Royal Rumble. Then the seeds really start ramping up after that. Because then you start seeing, what transpires in the Rumble, who you see, might get separated from, like, say, title chases or whatnot. Then they got their own program going on, and that's what leading up to Mania or maybe leading up to Elimination Chamber. Then somebody gets into another program last minute that leads into Mania. But 9 out of 10, press conference wise, you normally see that at around like a little after Survivor Series or maybe a little bit before Survivor Series. Is normally when they go ahead and start, doing press release and all this other stuff. They probably start doing it over like where the stadium's going to be at, like at SoFi and all that other shit.
No doubt. Shout out to my man Jose Luis. I know him. That's brother. I used to. Me and Jose, we go back far, man. Brother used to push carriages with me at Stop and Shop. I'm glad you tuned in, brother. Hell, we only got 4 viewers in this mo, but it is what it is.
Hey, we rocking and rolling, man. We rocking and rolling. But I would say if anything though, I mean, look, the way I look at it is this: Triple H is head of creative. Steph is about to hit the CEO and all that stuff. You probably won't see any type of real, true, like effective change. I say until once they get rocking and rolling. I say around Survivor Series, leading up in the Royal Rumble. That's when we should start seeing, we should start seeing a little bit of Triple H feel on how things are going. On how on the creative side of how things are moving and everything like that.
Yeah,
now
it's gonna take a while to turn it all around to
be honest,
to put his touch on it. But like, I remember, and we can now let's segue into saying where's the company gonna be now that that Vince is gone. We know he's gone now, allegedly. We'll roll with that because that's what it is. He sent out a tweet. One of the reasons why I think it's something that's real heinous is because they didn't give him a send-off. They didn't give him a farewell. And that's definitely a red flag when you see a guy that created something from nothing to not get a farewell. So, something's up.
Yeah, I know. It's very heinous. I mean, if anything, a guy who literally firsthand, like, literally made, like, I mean, the way I look at it is this: like Vince McMahon, I would say because I was really gonna say this monologue honestly for like when it actually happened. I'll go ahead, but I might as well just go ahead and do with it now. Say what you want to say about Vince McMahon. You go ahead. I mean, most people, when it comes down to mainstream, most people look at it as, oh, this was the guy who was with the steroid trial. Now this is the guy who, couldn't keep his hand off women and so on and so forth. Say what you want to say about Vince McMahon. One thing you cannot deny is the mark that he left on professional wrestling. Pretty much the way that we see professional wrestling as a whole today.
He also killed it the way that it used
as opposed to what it was.
He eliminated territories.
Yes.
He bought guys out. He purposely he
stopped
he stopped Crockett from having pay-per-views back in the day, saying that they wouldn't get WrestleMania. He did some janky shit. When he was.
And I'm gonna get to that, Rick. But I just want to touch on this. Say what you want to say about Vincent Kennedy McMahon, but the man literally changed the face on how we see wrestling today.
Well, he exposed the business
Based,
into people knowing that it
of
was
course,
it was an actual, basically, where stuntmen, acting.
right?
I dare somebody to say that wrestling's fake. Coming from a former pro wrestler like
Yeah,
myself,
yeah,
that's offensive.
right,
When you say it's fake, I mean, you can't fake, getting dropped on your head, getting dropped on your back. You can't fake
right,
knee surgery. You can't fake
right.
neck fusion. It's not fake. Now, if you want to tell me that the outcome is predetermined, you're 100% right, and I'm never going to fight you on that. But
Yeah,
those guys work their ass off, and one of the reasons why I didn't progress in that career is because I'm not ready for that kind of grind. I
yeah.
just,
That grind, especially back in the '90s. I mean, it was a whole different type of deal. I mean, shit, if you had a goddamn concussion, you wasn't really taking, it ain't like they was really taking heed of it. But again, say what you want to say about Vince McMahon. He definitely left a mark on wrestling. I mean, the way that we see the modern professional wrestling landscape, we have to owe it to Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Gone is the days of the archaic formula of the territory system. Vince McMahon saw a bigger picture than that when he literally bought the WWF from his dad, well, the WWE, but WWF at the time from his father. Now, granted, he did not tell exactly what he was going to do with it because we already know with an old school mind as his father Jess McMahon had, or well, not his Jess is his grandfather, as Vince
it
McMahon
was actually
Senior
his
had.
company. It was his grandfather's company, and then
Yeah,
his father bought it from him, and then
yeah, his father
yeah.
bought
So
it
it's
from him,
something
and
that's
then he
passed
bought it from his
down.
dad.
So
Right.
that's why you can see him wanting to do the same thing with Stephanie, and
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly. Well, of course, they kept it in house, which is always, when it comes down to a family lineage, that's like the primary goal is if it's in house, you want to keep it in house. Normally, all outsiders aren't welcome unless, of course, one, they marry into the family, and two, they're comfortable with them. They understand how they go about it. They understand what they go through. They get along with them. They look at it as okay. At the end of the day, this is the person that my kids are either married to or with. And when it comes down to it, I like these people and I trust them. I'll go ahead and let them in on on the family business, or I let them in on the lineage. If I'm gone and let's say the weight's too much to bear, then yeah, I'll pass it on to them. But at the same time, I will lay down a lot of this shit stays in house, right?
yeah. Yeah. Now I just got update. Pretty
Uh
Clips
huh.
is gonna brace us or grace us with his presence. He's eating
Oh
dinner.
wow, okay.
Knowing him, he probably doesn't.
Of course, shit, hell, we'll
You
be
know,
damn near done with the show by the time he get
he
done.
microwaves his fucking dinner and he's fucking going to hide
Oh
somewhere.
Lord, oh Lord.
So
But anyway, so yeah, like I said again, without Vince McMahon, there is no WrestleMania. Without Vince McMahon, there's possibly no modern landscape of wrestling as we know it. If Vince McMahon never bought that company from his dad and had the vision of we can take this business and make it into a worldwide phenomenon,
yeah,
we can go national to where not only are we showing in New York, but we're also showing over on the West Coast in San Francisco. We're also showing in Texas. We're also showing, granted, in Atlanta.
well, and I'll say this, and then we can move on from Vince and all the other stuff. Being from New Haven, Connecticut, is the birthplace of the World Wrestling Federation.
Right,
You know,
Stanford's right up, probably right up the road from New Haven.
Stanford's where the headquarters is, but that the WWF was born in New Haven. New Haven Coliseum, which got tore down many years ago, was the birthplace of the World Wrestling Federation. I grew up literally, 5 minutes from that Coliseum, and
Right,
that was the home field. Now it's funny because when the WWF, before it was big as it was, they used to say, "Oh, the Madison Square Garden is the home to the WWF." No, it's not. It was the New Haven Coliseum. When the WWF was what it was, it couldn't even get in the Madison Square Garden when it was in a smaller phase. But once it got big, it was able to go to Madison Square Garden. So the home of the World Wrestling Federation will forever be New Haven, Connecticut. Now, that being said, Vince should have got some kind of send off. Like I said, it must be something real bad. I don't know what it is.
And
I can't.
especially since it was literally in the one place where WWE knows they can always get a house at. The mere fact that it Raw emulated from the home of the WWF, or I would say the spiritual home of the WWF, Madison Square Garden. You talk about a way to send someone off. That right there, for him to be in the Mecca that he helped build into literally the reason why we call it the world's most famous arena. I don't see another place where you could have done it. So for me, the way I look at it is, yes, he may have gone through it, but if I know for a fact he's retired. Now, granted, we already know how Vince is when it comes down to it. You know, he's never been he's never been big with saying send-offs and all that other stuff when it comes down to him. Now, when it comes down to the Superstars United, he goes all out for him because, damn it, without them, there is no him. That's the way he always looked at it. And when it comes down to it, you know, he always was real big. And his no one rule when it came down to the Hall of Fame is don't thank me. Thank everybody else, but don't thank me. Even though there's some guys out there who really break that rule. And granted, it's warranted. But he always said, don't thank me in your Hall of Fame speeches. Don't even, he always looked at it as don't bring my name up. Because, yes, don't get me wrong, I gave you, he looks at it as, yes, I helped you, but at the same time, I wasn't really instrumental in your career. You made your career what it is. I just gave you an opportunity. That was always his big thing is, he don't give out guarantees, but he always gives that opportunity. Yeah. It is, with that opportunity, it's what you make it. That's what now at that point, that's what a lot of fans always get the misconception about Vince, talking about, oh, he doesn't push this, he doesn't push that, he doesn't work with this, he doesn't work with that. Vince gives you opportunities. It's up to you to make it to the point to where he looks at it like, okay, he's forcing me to, I gave him the opportunity and he's kicking the door down. He's basically forcing my hand and I have no choice but to push him. Because not only that, the fans adore him. He goddamn made it happen. Let's go ahead and push this guy to the moon and see what we have to work with. We may be able to have a star on our hands if he keeps up on this trajectory. All because Vince made it to the point to where he gave you an opportunity and you got it and you ran with it and you didn't stop running.
All right. Well done. Well said. Now, something else that I want to talk about. And we didn't have this in the notes of the show. I want to talk about Black Panther 2.
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Black Panther 2.
You saw the preview.
I did. I mean, look, the action that they did show did look better than the first Black Panther.
It did. I thought it very much did.
It looked better.
The villain in the movie, I believe, is Namor.
Yeah, Namor. He's the poor man's Aquaman. He's the MCU's or the Marvel version of Aquaman.
Now my whole thing about Namor is, I couldn't even remember. I always knew when it came down to Black Panther's villain, his main villain's Killmonger. But when they killed off Killmonger in the first one, I was kind of like, okay. But also in the comics, they killed him, but he always resurrected back. He ended up getting resurrected down there 4 or 5 times almost. But I figured they were just going to resurrect him on this one, but all of a sudden they bring in Namor. I see in there they actually do a good job of doing a Chadwick Boseman tribute, of doing a tribute to the late great Chadwick Boseman, who first donned the Black Panther uniform in the first one. So, if anything, I'm very happy for that. I'm definitely looking forward to the movie. Let me just say that right now.
I'm looking forward to it, too. But, I mean, I see that. I mean, I'm not going to be critical of the director, but I think he lightened it up a lot. You see how bright it looked? Like, when people were complaining how dark the last Black Panther movie was. And now when I watch this trailer, it's bright as all hell. I'm like, damn, he took that criticism to heart.
It's super vibrant, but the way I looked at the first Black Panther, it was just as vibrant. Like when we talking about the colors and everything,
I think the chase scene was a little dark.
Yeah, the chase scene. Granted, the chase scene was dark, but at the same time, it still had its fair share of colors. But I mean, the chase scenes at night. So what the fuck you expect? You know?
Hey, look,
I mean, hell,
you got to
can't
talk.
make it all blatant and all out
I
fight out
wasn't
there.
complaining. It was people who probably aren't used to black faces that were complaining.
Hey, that too. Yeah.
I
You know,
mean,
they ain't used to black uniforms.
Yeah, they weren't used to black
You know.
faces, so they were the ones complaining. Now,
Exactly.
it's funny they say Neymar, and I was confused for a while because
Yeah,
I always remember
like,
him as
it
the
took me to
Submariner.
put two
When
and two together,
when I was a
too.
kid, it was the Submariner, and I'm like, I don't remember ever calling him Neymar the Submariner. I remember the Avengers video game on the Sega Genesis, and you plugged in, they go, the Avengers. You pick Hawkeye, and I remember you picked him, Iron Man. I forgot that game was I'm almost tempted to plug it in and play it right now. I have it, man. You're talking to Retro Rick here, so I do. I have it, but man, I was like when they said Neymar, that threw me back. But yeah, it's the Submariner. It's the effing Submariner. But what I wanted to talk about with Black Panther is I think Chadwick should have got recast. I here's why I say he should get recast. Nobody, and God bless him, rest in peace. Nobody is above getting recasted as a character. We have to look at movies, acting, theater, all of that stuff is art. Things change. Look, you're not gonna live forever. Is basically
Granted.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
I get you. I'm one of them types, though. I'm one of them types. Now, I kind of agree too. I feel like maybe we should have had a new Black Panther. Yes, don't get me wrong. He played the hell out of that damn
he
role when
did.
he had it.
He did.
When he had it. Yeah, granted. But the way I look at it is this. But the thing is, like that role was just starting to flesh out. Now, what happened to him? By all means, it was very unfortunate. I didn't know. I never knew he was sick. But I mean, it's unfortunate. But I feel like that role was kind of, when it comes to superhero roles, those are some of the type of roles where it should be, recasted. I mean, hell, look at that. We done had like what? How many damn Batmans? Even though
Yeah,
some of
but
these
they're
Batmans weren't
different
worth a
universes. I mean, that's the only way you can say that.
damn. Well, yeah,
But I
different
mean,
universes,
nobody is
cool.
above getting recast. Look what they did to Terrence Howard after the first Iron Man. They got him up out of there.
Exactly.
Edward Norton.
But Terrence Howard only played Iron Man one damn time.
Yeah, but so what? Edward Norton played the Hulk, and they got rid of him.
Hold on, let me hush. He didn't play Iron Man. He played his friend
He
one
played
damn
War
time.
Machine.
Right.
Doesn't
And,
matter.
and
My
the
whole
thing
point is,
Hulk is a different situation.
not really. Both Hulks sucked, and both Hulks flopped. But Edward Norton in his heyday was a great actor.
Well, yeah, Edward Norton is heyday, granted.
Yeah,
but
they booted his ass up out of the MCU.
The way they looked at it was Norton was getting too damn big for his
Yeah,
britches. That's the way they was.
You know
looking
what?
at it.
He pulled a Sean Connery. Remember that
Exactly.
movie, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Sean
Yes.
Connery got the director fired, and then he finished directing the movie.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, when it comes down to it, this is Sean fucking
That was
Connery.
crazy, bro.
We're comparing Edward Norton to Sean fucking Connery. When people,
hold on,
when you
hold
say
on.
Sean Connery,
Edward
when
Norton
you
had
say
clout, bro. When he was listen. Do you remember
Well, yeah,
Marlon Brando had this thing? What up, Dre? Marlon Brando had this thing where if you worked with him, you were a prominent actor. Because
course,
Marlon
yes,
Brando, he wouldn't get on camera with nobodies. That's just how he was. And
Right.
He was in that movie with Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro. Remember that movie called The Score?
Yeah, the score. Yeah,
The Score. Yeah, listen, Edward
Yeah.
Norton played the freak out of that part, bro. He was
No. I got you. Now, of course, that movie definitely made Edward Norton a made man.
Fight Club.
Anybody that played with Marlon Brando, you're either a made man or a made woman. after that.
Absolutely. At the time, that was the whole deal, bro.
When it comes to Sean Connery, now I'm taking nothing away from Marlon Brando. You can't, right? You can't. But when we talk about Sean Connery, everybody knows Sean Connery as what? 007, James Bond.
And he wanted the feel of a suit. That was
Exactly.
requirements.
Exactly.
I got
And
pretty
like I said,
requirements.
everybody knows that distinct Scottish accent of his. Like when it comes down to it, everybody looks at it as that's 007. And by far, in my opinion, the best 007.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Pierce Bronson, man, the GoldenEye, that was my dude, man.
I get you. Trust me, I
Da-da,
grew up.
da-da.
That was my generation's 007 was Pierce Bronson.
Yeah.
What was it? Die Another
Remington
Day,
Steele, bro.
Guys, GoldenEye, World Is Not Enough. I could go on and on.
Yeah,
But buddy,
Ish, you're
all
right.
I gotta say
Hold
is-
hold on. Ish made a good point. He was good in American History X. He was real good in
Yeah,
that.
it was amazing in American History X. Yes, I forgot all about that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
of
bro.
course.
Edward Norton was heading up to the north. See, that's how you know there is an Illuminati and all of that other garbage over there in Hollywood. Because, man, as soon as Homeboy got it twisted with somebody, they got his ass up out of there.
right.
They got his
right.
ass up out. Look, remember old girl, the heavyset black lady. She,
Monique.
Yeah, boom, got her up out of there. Like, bro.
But I ain't gonna lie to you.
Look what they did to Will Smith. Will Smith slapped Pookie, and now he's done.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this: when it came down to Monique got in her own way. First off, foremost,
Well, you gotta say, she attacked a
knows-
black gay director,
thank you.
producer. That didn't do Monique no favors. Yeah,
You talking about Tyler Perry.
yeah, she went barking up two wrong
Look,
trees.
yeah,
He was
exactly.
he was Jussie Smollett before Jussie Smollett.
Look, you go. The way I look at it is this: you go against two of the most prominent black folks in fucking America today, Tyler Perry and Oprah. All of a
Yeah,
sudden,
exactly.
Like, the way I look at it is this: she thought she was above Oprah. Hell, to hell with Tyler Perry. Granted, now don't get me wrong. Now I ain't about to look here. Tyler Perry, it ain't like Tyler Perry ain't got no clout. Like this motherfucker got it. This motherfucker just bought Fort McPherson and turned that bitch into a whole movie studio. Yeah. Anyway, that's another story for another
But
day.
Ish, you're right, because I remember Monique. You know what
Yes,
it was? She was
a-
lazy. She didn't want to go promote the movie. That's what it all came down to.
Right. She didn't want to
didn't wanna
promote
go
that
promote
Princess
the
movie.
movie.
Look here. They already said for one she was a fucking handful on that damn set because when it came down to it, everybody got in her fucking ear about that damn Oscar nomination.
Well,
You know, she was going to get
yeah,
nominated for an
but
Oscar.
bro,
She
you know what
fucking-
it is though, Teddy?
I'm not going to lie.
That's the difference from an actor who becomes a comedian and a comedian
Yes.
who becomes an
She
actor.
becomes an actor.
That's the
Yes.
difference. She was a
That-
stand-up comedian, and she thought that she could run stuff like she did when she was, rolling at the
Hey,
Apollo or
listen,
something. Or
Say it again.
yeah.
Queen's Economy was a long ass time ago, baby girl. Like you going into a dramatic role with people who have been dealing with dramatic people.
Yeah.
Because this ain't the first movie that Oprah done signed her name on. When it came down to producing, she done produced a lot of things. Hell, if I'm not mistaken, she produced Color Purple too.
Bro, listen.
I think she
Anybody
produced Color Purple.
anybody that's been in bed.
If I'm wrong,
Yes,
but
you
I
did.
could've
But
sworn
anybody.
she-
Well, Steven Spielberg.
Color Purple.
Steven Spielberg did Color Purple, but that was Oprah's. That was
Steven
Oprah's.
Spielberg, of course, he directed it, but
Yeah.
I think she had like an executive producer.
Well, I
or
would
some
think
shit.
so. That's
It
where the
was
name Harpo was her name back. That was her husband. And
yeah, she got that Harpo Studios there. That was her husband in the movie. So that's
well, that's her name. That's her
When she
name
did
spelled
Harpo
backwards.
Studios-
Her name spelled backwards
Yeah.
is Harpo.
Right, exactly. It's Harpo.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew. Me personally, I felt like if they did Harpo, which is of course Oprah spelled backwards, I felt like she had a name in that damn. She had a knack in either producing at least a little bit of that, or at least just getting that out there. You know,
Yeah,
there was
man,
something
you gotta-
on the line
you gotta
there.
watch,
I mean,
man.
let's check. When Color Purple came out, Oprah was legit a big time person during that time. Like, granted,
Well,
I'll say a
not
couple
when
years-
Color Purple. When
You-
after Color Purple is when she got her own show and blew up the way she
She
did.
did before. She
No,
did
no, no.
before because
Well, her show. Listen, hold up. There's
When did Color Purple
Oprah
come?
before Color Purple, and then there's Oprah after Color Purple.
Okay,
Oprah
yeah,
after,
pre-Color Purple,
yeah,
after Color
buddy.
Purple, granted.
Yeah, listen, Oprah was sitting up there doing missing children reports on her show and shit. But until yeah, bro, it was a big
You know,
difference. It's night and day.
Oprah-
Like remember the Jerry
Right.
Springer who tried to have the serious show? He had poor
Yeah.
ratings. And, his own Jewish community was ready to throw him up out of there. It's like, man, you making us look bad. And then what did he
Of
do?
course.
He flicked on the
changed
WWE switch.
TV.
He switched
right.
it, yeah.
You got TV, granted. Now, when that whole thing ended up happening with, what's that one lady? When Buddy Boy get on there and all of a sudden he killed that one dude because one dude tried to holler at him on the show, embarrassed him. What was the name of that damn show? And then that's when everybody like literally turned their back on the whole trash TV thing, and then they went back to being serious. When Jerry still kept the trash TV angle, and then all of a sudden he just became the king of trash TV after that.
Well, the trash TV had to stop with Jerry because one of the people, I guess they didn't get the script, they got assaulted and then they sued. So
Well, yeah,
did
yeah,
that-
dude ended up dying. Dude ended up getting killed because dude shot him.
Yeah.
It was on one of them shows. I forgot the name of that damn show, but it happened
Remember
on that
now-
one show. It was some ladies show.
Now
And they
remember
ended up going
before-
to court and everything.
Man, we getting off track here, but Jerry
I know we
Springer,
are.
Jerry Springer wasn't the first show like that. Richard Bay had a show like that before Springer.
Geraldo was doing that shit before Springer.
Yeah, Geraldo.
Remember
I remember Geraldo is Geraldo.
Jenny
Come on,
Jones,
Teddy.
that's what it was. The Jenny Jones show. That's when it happened. When it happened. Old dude came on there, but he was gay, and it was his friend. And dude came on there not knowing what the fuck was going down, and she pretty much put him on the spot saying,
Oh, I remember Jenny
buddy,
Jones. She the one that had the breast
Yeah.
implants. I remember her.
Right.
And Ricky
Yeah,
Lake
and
ate
then,
too much. I remember.
Yeah, Ricky Lake and all that stuff. But yeah, Jenny Jones was the most prominent because dude
Making us Rickies look
pretty
bad.
They went on the show. And when it came down, after that, like a couple days later, a report came out that Buddy Boy had killed him. That Buddy Boy went over there, had a shotgun, pretty much went over to his house, shot
And that's
him,
when it's
and then went about his
that's
business.
going too far. I mean, damn. The guy said he
Of course,
liked you,
no,
and now you're gonna
but-
shoot him. Like, that's a little extreme. You know what that means to me? What I see,
yeah.
he liked him too, and he
maybe
was
so.
he was
I can
ashamed.
see
He
it
was
like that.
ashamed of who he was, and he thought people would knock him for it, and that's why he went out and shot that man.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Also on the other front end, he probably looked at it as he was embarrassed back then. Of course, homosexuality was very stigmatized back then. Still, I mean, shit. When it came down to it, just the mere fact that Buddy Boy was in there. But yeah, I could agree with you. Maybe of course, maybe he was also gay as well. But at the same time, he was on DL.
Yeah, fact, Ish. That's what I was saying, Ish. I think he was gay, and he was probably
Yeah, I was about to say,
he was probably
on
hiding it.
DL.
He was hiding it,
Which
and
was
then
popular
he
then.
got mad because listen.
And then he looked at it. He got mad because he put him on damn TV, put him on the spot. Of course, that went down, and then of course he shot him. Well, of course, Jenny Jones got sued over that shit for wrongful death, and that basically damn near canceled her fucking show after like maybe 2 more seasons. But when that happened, everybody went to the right side of things.
Now-
Everybody started getting more serious. Now,
Now-
luckily for Oprah, she had that big break in Color Purple. Now, when it came down to it, she could get, the Michael Jordans of the world, the Charles Barkley of the world, the Dream Team. She could get Halle Berry and them. She could get, who was prominent back then? Fucking, like.
Prominent. Denzel always been
De Niro,
prominent.
Pacino, all those other guys. Hell, she over there giving away cars and stuff. She telling people look underneath
Tax
the seat.
write-off.
And they got like chickens to fucking Hamilton and all that crap.
But
So-
before we go too far off of Exit 8, let's turn back around
Yeah.
and we were talking about Black Panther and how I think they should have recast T'Challa because here's
Honest, they should have recasted him.
here's why I say that. By not recasting him, you think you're honoring him, right? If everybody knows Chadwick the way they talked about him, he would have said, "Look, recast the part. I don't want to hold the part hostage." He would have said that. If he's a good dude as everybody said, obviously I never met him, so I don't know. But if the way they talk about him, they say, well, he's a great guy. He was such a loving person. Then a person like that would say, you know what? Recast the part. I don't want to hold the part hostage because you do 2 things if you hold the part hostage. Number 1, now you can't use T'Challa anymore in the MCU. That's actually number 2. Number 1, you have now taken a job away from a black actor because you didn't recast him. Now there's a black actor who could have been an unknown, and he could have shined. Everybody knows that if you want an actor to play a good superhero role, he's got to either be a nobody or he's got to be coming from being down on his luck, like Robert Downey Jr. down on his luck. He comes back, he plays Iron Man. Now he's getting $50 million in Avenger film. You hire these unknowns. These guys are usually the unknowns are the ones that shot. Christopher Reeve was an unknown. What, he played in that movie with a weird ass kids or something? Other than that, he didn't do any other role. He was Superman. You know, I mean, yeah, Michael Keaton was Beetlejuice, but if Michael Keaton died today, the first thing they're gonna put is that he was in the first two freaking Batmans, Batman and Batman Returned. You know, they're not gonna talk about him being the Vulture or anything like that. They're gonna talk about Michael Keaton was Batman. They're gonna say, oh yeah, he was the guy that was Michael Keaton was Tim Burton's right hand dude before Johnny Depp was.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Johnny
I
Depp.
mean,
Johnny
he was
Depp
like
is
one of
Tim
the first
Burton's
people
dude
he worked
now,
with.
but it was Michael Keaton was Tim Burton's boy first. Just like
Yeah.
Spielberg and Tom Hanks had that relationship, where every time Spielberg turned the camera on, he had my man Tom Hanks on speed dial.
Right,
You know, the same way that Quentin Tarantino does with Samuel L. Jackson. Every time he do something, every time QT's doing something, hey Sam, you want to come in something? Yep, he's always there. Samuel L. Jackson, he's gonna come in a Quentin Tarantino movie, whether it be as a cameo at the end or something. He's always gonna be there because
Right.
certain directors just like working with like certain people. That's just how it is. They're like, yo, I want to work with this person. I'm used to that person. And it's funny because
Right,
like
right,
you be
of
watching the
course.
cast and crew and you see all that. But me personally, I don't think that they should. I think they should recast it and let somebody else be T'Challa. There's so many bright black actors out there who can be a good T'Challa. You know, he could play. I mean, that's the whole point, man. You want to keep it going. Comic books, it doesn't matter. You can draw a guy different. Let's be honest. He gonna have the damn mask on most of the time in a damn movie anyway. That's just what it is. You hardly see his face. And from what we can see, we don't know who the Black Panther is from the trailer. They said it was Cherie, but that Black Panther didn't have titties or anything. So I'm like, well, I don't think that's her. So who is that Black Panther in those trailers? I want to know who's in the suit.
Yeah, that's what I want to know too. Is who is that Black Panther? Maybe it might be a simple thing like how Buddy Boy was, freaking Killmonger. You remember he had his own damn Black Panther suit too.
Yeah, but he had the gold
when he
joint.
won that down. Yeah, he had the gold one, which I actually liked. I actually liked the whole gold one. I liked it more than the purple one.
Well, I like Killmonger more than T'Challa because Killmonger didn't take no shit. Like, yo,
No, he didn't.
Killmonger was on that Malcolm X shit where T'Challa's Martin Luther King.
That was the beauty, and that was a bit about the beauty of that one. Hell, we had like a modern day. We basically had a modern day. What you call it? We basically had a modern day, version of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Basically, like what would happen.
Well, that's
if,
kind of what
these guys
that's what
did that
Xavier
shit.
and Magneto were based off of, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. You see, because back then when Stan Lee was making them, he was making the X-Men during the Civil Rights movement. Pretty much,
Right.
and that's why he said mutants represented black people. Malcolm X was more Magneto. Professor Xavier was Martin Luther King, which you can see it. I mean, Professor wants everybody to get along. He don't want violence. Where Magneto told old girl once they turned her from a mutant, "I'm sorry, you're not one of us no more," and just left their ass. Like, yo, that's a cold-hearted motherfucker right there, boy. Magneto's like, yeah, I'm good. You ain't one of us. I'm Strizade. But it's funny that you say that. We're talking Black Panther when actual Killmonger was more like the modern day 1970s Black Panthers. That dude was like, he was all about the community. He was like, look, I'm giving us some weapons. We're going to go in here. We're going to stop getting trampled on and this and that or whatever. But T'Challa was sitting up there talking about, you can't do this. This is bad. This is bad for business. Sounded like Manhattan. And I'm like, man, what's going on here? Soft ass dude.
Well, I mean, granted, but the man was, he was always big on peace. That's the thing about T'Challa. He was big on keeping the peace, which I could agree with.
But
I mean, it's simple
Teddy,
as that. But
that doesn't work in 2020.
Well, of course, it don't work in 2020.
That doesn't work.
When it came out like that, T'Challa looked at it as there's a way forward. Like T'Challa didn't want, T'Challa didn't want anybody to, T'Challa didn't want shit to do with anybody on the outside of Wakanda. That's the one thing about it. He didn't want shit to do with anybody on the outside of fucking Wakanda. So he didn't want to go into anybody else's bullshit. Whereas Killmonger was like, nah, fuck that. We need to goddamn, when it comes down to it, we need to goddamn
start the
help
revolution.
we need to help the brothers and sisters over there on the outside as well as our people. You know, he looked at it as
Now,
we need to help our people on the inside just as much as we help our people on the outside.
now
We need to
it's
get down do
strange
that.
that to me, Killmonger seemed like a modern day Dr. Khalid Muhammad. And
Uh huh.
I'm wondering if they wrote that part for him to be like Dr. Khalid Muhammad. He was very much just like Dr. Khalid Muhammad in that movie. If you listen to Dr. Khalid Muhammad's speeches, now he offended a lot of people, but the brother was educated and he was very articulate. And
Right.
he reminded me, or shall I say, Killmonger reminded me of Dr. Khalid Muhammad in that movie. The way he talked, the way he felt, like he didn't care. He said he wanted a homeboy's head. Psh, man, he went and got that head in 5 minutes. He's like, here you go.
Yeah. Of
Boom.
course.
Here it is. Because I remember Dr. Khalid Muhammad, he was a tough brother, bro. He stood up to Farrakhan. Like he was,
Yeah.
he was fighting Farrakhan, bro. He was Farrakhan's #1 minister. And he was like, man, you ain't, he told Farrakhan he wasn't the same. I was like, wow. He said, I think Farrakhan forgot the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Like, yo, he was going in on Farrakhan. I was like, ooh. Yeah, you knew he wasn't going to live too much longer. He went
Yeah,
after,
of course.
yeah, man, he ain't going after Farrakhan. You go after Farrakhan, you got problems.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I agree with it wholeheartedly. But I also look. But I also, like I said again, when it came down to it, I could see from both sides. T'Challa didn't want shit to do with the outside public. He looked at it as what the fuck goes on the outside. That's their
Well,
problem.
what's the
That's not
point of
our
having
issue.
all that damn money, Teddy, if you're not going to help your own people?
Well, I get that, but I get
mean,
that wholeheartedly.
goddamn.
But I can like I said, I can understand exactly where you're coming from. What the fuck goes on the outside? If you're not a part of my tribe, of my people, if you're not a part of Wakanda, there's no reason for me to come out there and
Bro,
help you.
that sounds like
There's
a
no
coon
reason
to
for
me. Let me tell you something.
there's no reason for me to go out there and handle shit on that end. We got shit going on there. He looked at it as if there's problems going on in Wakanda, we need to handle that shit first before we even decide to go help.
Yeah,
Now,
you
granted,
you
he
gotta
wanted to
help
go out there and
you
help.
gotta help your people, bro. It doesn't matter. See, that's the
Oh,
problem. But you know what though?
I get it.
That
I
whole
get
thing.
it. Yeah, you should help your people, but at the same time, I can, me personally, I can see both ends of the spectrum. Killmonger wanted to help not only just the people out there in Wakanda, but he wanted to help black folks everywhere. Got it. Granted.
Yeah,
Cool.
well, you know what though? But
Me, on the other hand,
that
I
movie
can
did have a
understand.
meaning,
I can
Teddy.
understand on that one too. Now, don't get me wrong. At the end, I feel like Killmonger ended up getting greedy. Like his motives ended up starting to change to the point where he just wanted world domination.
I think what T'Challa represented in the Black Panther is exactly what a lot of the brothers represent today. They have the resources, they have the tools, but damn it, they don't have the motivation or the want to help their own people. They don't want to. And that's what's holding us back. Think about this. I was talking to my cousin's fiance yesterday. He came by the house.
Yeah.
And we were talking. And down in South Carolina, where they had more slaves than anybody. They had more slaves than I have pairs of wallabies. And did you know that the slaves in South Carolina outnumber the masters or the owners 77 to 1? Let me say that again. 77 to 1. 77. So that means for every 77 slaves, there was one owner. 77. We should have took that damn town. It shouldn't have been a question. Now, yeah, you're going to have some people that's going to dime you out about your plans like they did Nat Turner. But I'm sorry. If you're outnumbering somebody 77 to 1, you need to take that town. The damn National Guard should have been coming in to calm the brothers down. Because we shouldn't have lost that war. Like, there's no way. When I heard 77 to 1, I was damn near in tears. I said, you gotta be kidding me. We got them 77 to 1, and we ain't doing nothing? Come on, man. But I just thought I'd share that with you. 77-1.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and that's to me, the 77-1 is just like how T'Challa was represented in Black Panther. All
Yeah,
that
you got
money,
it. You got
all that
77-1.
vibranium, and you got brothers out here starving. Let me tell you something. First of all, you know that T'Challa is richer than Tony Stark.
Yes, he's rich.
He's rich. Vibranium is with all that money. There should be no starving black people if he was willing to help them. None.
And granted, I get it. I get it wholeheartedly. Yes, he should have helped them, but at the same time, when you're in that leadership position, like I said again, when you're in that leadership position, you tend to look at it as, okay, we go out there and we help them. Cool. We go out there, we help them. Yeah, we go out there, we give them weaponry and everything like that. Now, what if they fuck around and just, we give them an inch, all of a sudden they just take a fucking 5.5 miles?
That's the risk I'm willing to take, though, Teddy.
Yeah, granted, that's the risk you're willing to take. Me personally, that's not the risk I'm willing to take, because now my name is out there. Now they look at it as, oh, instead of Wakanda being this, like, I looked at it as, okay, I'm helping my people, but at the same time, my people don't understand the reason why I did this. This is to protect yourself in case some shit goes left. This is to protect yourself. I didn't give you this shit so you can go ahead and start goddamn wrecking havoc and start going out with bullshit and everything like that. That's the problem that I would have, is now people's over here going off and using this shit. Now they're looking at these weapons are made of vibranium. Okay, it's coming from the damn country of Wakanda. Like, what? So basically now he done went from being this peaceful king who's worried about his people to a goddamn arms dealer at this point.
Well,
Because that's how Killmonger was getting looked at. He was an arms dealer at that point.
What the hell is there a reason to live if you're going to sit and watch your own people die? There ain't no reason to live.
I agree.
If you're going to sit here and let your people rot.
10%. But at the same damn time, I'm not about to sit here and watch my own people make an ass of themselves either with my name out there.
That's all right. But listen, I have, for the first time, bought me a Mega Millions ticket. I got 4 of them. If I get this $890 million or what it is, there will be no black person within a 1,000-mile radius from me that's going to need anything. I'm going to make sure of that. I don't give a damn what it costs me. Because, hell, I'm getting an $800 million head start. What do I give a shit? But you know what's going to happen, Teddy? Some fucker's going to shoot me when I'm giving a speech saying that I just built a new school and up the pay to teachers so they can teach the black kids to do better, to learn better, to not do learned behavior, to not vote Democratic. You know I had to say that.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, listen. Hey, look. We ain't even gonna get to the politics yet. Yo, we got something special for you here in Plan B. When the political races start, woo, man, I can't wait. I'm challenging people on debates. You're gonna come through, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have debates on policy. You notice some gas prices are going down, Teddy. You know why, right?
No, why? Go ahead and inform me.
The gas prices are going down because the Blue Party wants to be reelected. They don't want to lose their seats.
Shit, buddy, that's a tad bit too late. I'll be honest with you. That shit is a little too fucking late. Cause, buddy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of wanted him on out the White House after he done lied about this $2,000 I was supposed to be getting.
Oh man, so wait a minute. You ready to turn on Biden over $2,000?
Hey, motherfucker.
$2,000?
It's fat meat
Teddy,
greasy.
If you was gonna turn on the president for $2,000, you was never with him.
I probably would have let it go if you wouldn't raise food prices out the ass.
Oh yeah.
I probably would have let it go if you hadn't raised.
Well, that's not his fault.
Listen,
look, I think he's an old weirdo, but check this out. Food prices are going up because the truckers are charging more money and the gas prices are higher. So how do you think all that shit gets delivered? This country depends on trucks and trains. That's what we depend on for, fast, deliveries and this and that or whatever. You got to be in a truck. You're not getting no fast delivery on a plane. Even if you do, the plane touches down. You got to unload the plane into what? A truck. So the truck, with gas prices being what they are, is the reason for food being more expensive. You got to haul the pigs to get slaughtered in the truck. The cows in a truck. In the supermarket, it gets delivered in a truck. Gas prices 5 and change. Remember, those trucks run on diesel. Diesel is like one of the most expensive fuels going right now. So that's why your food prices are high. It's because of the gas prices.
Okay, granted. Cool. That is amazing. And you know what I got to say on that? That's granted. I get that. But here's my whole thing in a nutshell. The way I look at it is, Buddy Boy's been lying ever since he got to this motherfucker. I feel like,
but that's what he does, Teddy. He's a politician. I told y'all not to believe him.
Of course, he's a politician. Granted, I'm not looking. Now, look here. I'm not looking for nobody to help me. Now, that's not what I'm saying. But the way I look at it is this: just be real. Let me know that you ain't gonna help us. Let me know that you ain't gonna help the American public when it came down to, let's say, what was it? The fucking pandemic. Hell, people sitting here dying left and right. You talking about doing this, that, this, third? Okay, cool.
Yeah, but you know what?
Now,
to be honest, Teddy, there was nothing we could do about the pandemic. People were going to die. They was going to die. The pandemic, the coronavirus was set to kill the weak, the old, and the unhealthy. Some people have all of the above. Cool. That's what it was. If you survive COVID, then you're healthy, or you're on your road to being healthy. That's what that's all about, bro. It was there to kill the weak and the old. You know, that's definitely something that they would definitely want in China, because people are living. You know, it's overcrowded. Not only that, here in America, it costs more money to take care of an older person. It costs a lot of money. Listen, the life expectancy just keeps going up. As long as they got dialysis and all this medication to keep you alive, bro, people who are unhealthy are going to start seeing the ages of 90. Imagine that. They're expecting you to retire at 67. And you're going to live 23 more years? God dang, they were not expecting that. They were not expecting you to live a whole nother generation, bro, after you turn 67.
Right.
Yeah.
Granted. They weren't expecting it.
They weren't expecting that.
Here's the way I look at it is like this. My whole thing in a nutshell is, okay, you got food prices because of the truckers going in there. Also, you got to look at it, the workforce too. There's not enough people working. That's my whole thing.
What, do you blame them? I wouldn't work either. If you were giving me stimulus packages, you were giving me. Hold on, you were giving me hazard pay. You were giving me all of these things. So you showed me your hand on how much this job is worth.
Right.
And now you want to dial back the prices? Fuck you. I won't work either.
Okay. Good. Yeah, granted, you did. Now look at it this way too, as well. I want you to see it like this. So now you look at it, you're getting stimulus packages. Buddy, them damn stimulus checks stopped how long ago? The only thing that's going right now is the unemployed $600 thing. I think it's still going.
I didn't qualify for one.
What? Okay, my bad, Rick. I'm sorry.
That was during the good old days.
I qualified for one.
I didn't qualify for one.
I didn't mean to, bring up bad memories here.
You did, because I haven't got rent. So for all my tenants out there who have in this podcast, because you will be served with a fucking notice to quit this week. Now, I got that off my chest.
Okay. Now, with that being said, okay, so we'll go ahead and do this. So those who did get stimulus checks, because I got every single one of them due to what my occupation is and exactly how much I make. I mean, I make pennies on a damn dollar. I'll be honest. I'm not made of money.
That's all right. But you work for the government. Thank you for your service. Thanks for keeping us safe, Teddy.
Hey, I try my damnedest. It's a hard job, but somebody got to do it. But anyway, so we go from there. I got every single check, right? The way I look at it is this. When President Trump was in office,
we like to call him 45 because people like to twitch.
When 45 was in there, we got stimulus checks, and them stimulus checks was very consistent, right? What was it, 1,400 almost every single time we got a stimulus check? It was, and he gave you that.
He gave you like 400 on top of your unemployment too.
And then of course, he gave you 400 on top of your unemployment for those who ended up having to lose their jobs due to the start of the pandemic. Everything closing up, then everybody had to close shop. Cool, right? Granted, got it. good. So when that was going on and things were starting to die down, and he was, in the midst of that pressing, he was looking to be like, all right, well, when it comes down to it, we need to go ahead and start getting back into the groove of things. We need to go ahead and start getting back to jobs. So we need to go ahead and start cutting out this, this unemployment hype checks. These unemployment hype checks. Of course, the Dems didn't want that. They looked at it like, oh no, we need to help these people. I'm like, no, you're killing. You're sitting here killing because you're gonna reap what you sow. Because you fuck around and not stop those checks, these fuckers ain't gonna go back to work. They're so used to sitting on their ass collecting a goddamn check every fucking month. They're not gonna get on. They're not gonna. Because at one point, these fuckers was over here making they're the same amount of a stimulus check every fucking month for not doing shit except sitting on their ass, not looking for a job, just accepting unemployment.
That's a fact.
So now you go ahead and you shrink it down to 600. These people here done got their little Doge coins and all this other crap and all that other mess like that. And now all of a sudden they sitting here living life high on a hog. Now they asses just became fucking Forex traders and all this other shit. And half of them done goddamn, they don't even go back to work. Or they done got smart and found a remote job, right? Now it's to the point of, now fast food industries, they're over here. They got a now hiring sign over here. McDonald's got a hiring sign over here. Whataburger got a hiring sign over there back in Texas and Florida and all that other stuff. All these places got hiring signs everywhere from Best Buy all the way up to the fucking movie theater. All because, why? We are still giving these lazy fucks checks. And they've been doing this shit.
Now,
and they've been doing this shit ever since Buddy Boy got in there.
Hey, this is what happened when you vote blue. So now, let's go to the last segment of the show. We're going to talk about what everybody wants to hear. Gaming news. So we started with wrestling. We went to sexual harassment and sexual predators. Then we went into how Plan B just went over there to the broadband bullies and conquered Halo.
Yeah.
And we also covered the Black Panther, how T'Challa should have been recast. And now we go on to today's gaming news. Did you hear the news, Teddy? Did you hear the big news about the big time exclusive, Chico? Did you hear it?
Big time exclusive? Nah, I've actually been away from the gaming news. What's going on here?
Well, let the Rick and Light you here, Teddy Ted. They have this game. It's exclusive to Sony, so you know it's either two things. It's either a remaster or a remake, right? That's kind of what they do over there. So, it's a Sony exclusive. It's a remaster or a remake. I'll give you one guess. Take a guess.
It wouldn't have to be The Last of Us 1, would it?
No. That's coming out in September. It has a date. But this is a time exclusive remake remaster.
A time exclusive remake remaster. A time exclusive remake remaster. We talking Final Fantasy?
Boop, boop, boop. Time's up. No, that would be, what is Knights of the Old Republic remaster? For
remake.
Yeah, no, the remake.
I forgot about that.
And you tell me these fucking ponies are winning. They fucking have another. They got more damn remakes than the Beatles, Teddy. Everything's a remake. No, Teddy, cool. no, because you're just like these other ponies. How are you going to tell me you're the best system, the best place to play games? You make the best games when 90% of your games are either remastered, remakes, or some sort of a sequel, which the good old honorable David Jaffe would say is DLC. Well, what do you think of that, Teddy?
Are you talking about? Were you talking about Jaffe?
Well, I'm just saying, Jaffe makes a good point. This is what he said.
Jaffe.
No. Jaffe
let me
always...
tell you why Jaffe makes a good point to y'all. It's simple as this.
Tell me why Jaffe makes a good point.
Jaffe makes a good point because it fits y'all goddamn raggedy ass.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! So you telling me all those over-the-shoulder, story-driven games don't play a lot alike, that are heavily cinematic? Are you gonna sit here with a straight face and tell me that's not the case, Teddy?
Look here, I'll tell you this right here. Jaffe ain't nothing.
No. Answer the question. The hell with Jaffe.
Hold on. No. Because it's coming from the horse's mouth, or should I say the horse's ass? Because that's exactly where Jaffe's coming from. Jeffy is nothing more than just an old decrepit bastard who is just still trying to live off his little glory fame of God of War,
Well, a
the very
franchise that
first
he
one at that.
created is sold out everywhere.
Franchise, franchise that he created that Corey Balog perfected it. Next
First
question.
of all,
Now,
it is not
as simple
perfected
as
because let
this,
me tell you this:
it is
Elder Scrolls
perfected.
is bigger than God of War.
Was God of War 2018 not a masterpiece? Was
What,
it not Game of the Year?
was Skyrim not a masterpiece?
We ain't talking about Skyrim. We talking about God of War.
Well, I'm talking about Skyrim right now because Skyrim is the bigger property.
Oh, the bigger property. Oh, no. It's a bigger property to y'all asses now because Bethesda just
Whoa!
happened to fall under
Hey,
Xbox.
you really want to go to these
Oh,
sales of Elder
give
Scrolls
two
Skyrim? You
fucks.
want, can I see
Y'all
them?
didn't give no. I'm saying this. Bots didn't give two fucks about Skyrim until that bitch
Whoa.
went under
Now,
that damn
Teddy, what
Xbox umbrella.
exactly is a
Am I
bot?
wrong or am I right?
Because according to the Rick's profile here, Brownce on
Uh,
Xbox,
uh,
I have
uh.
many hours in the Bethesda games. What do you got to say about that, Teddy?
Shit. You were probably about one in about 100,000 of them damn gamers who actually played that damn game for the hell of it.
You're a
While there,
goddamn liar!
there are other gamers. Let me finish. While there are other gamers who really, and I will say this, who didn't give two shits about Bethesda until it fit that raggedy ass narrative of theirs.
You know, Teddy.
I said it, I said it, and I'm gonna keep saying it.
You know, Teddy.
Them fuckers all of a sudden, because here's my whole thing in a nutshell. How in the hell? How in the hell do I shit you not? I saw it on Twitter when of course when they bought it. These fuckers never said anything about Skyrim except for the niche community that actually plays Skyrim 28. I'm talking about the Ricky Browns of the world, the Kings of the world. Hell, my homeboy Cruz, the Cruises of the world. My homeboy Cruz. He's a big time Skyrim guy. He will play that bitch for hours. I'm talking about to the point to where we're literally late trying to goddamn go out to clubs and shit because this fucker over here trying to finish one little part of it. Yeah, that. Anyway, enough about that. So, the way I look at it is simple as this. Until that bitch hit Xbox,
Oh my God.
a lot of these people.
Teddy, what's your Twitter
was
handle
not-
again?
My Twitter handle is, let's see here. You gotta forgive me. I don't really be on there like that. God damn it. We got 2 cents. It's at Trader Great 31.
Trader Gray.
Trader Great. Yeah, Trader Great.
Been messing around in those stocks, huh?
What is that?
Let's see. All right, you can finish with your pander. I gotta
Yeah.
take
So
this out.
yeah. We did got. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked when you asked me. So yeah, like I said again, like it's a very neat. For one, Skyrim is a very niche game, but I'll grant it. Yeah, that nice little niche. There's a lot of people in that niche community that just happen to love Skyrim. The Ricky Browns of the world, the Kings of the world, so on and so forth. I don't need to go on. My whole thing in a nutshell is this: besides y'all, nobody really gave a fuck like that about Skyrim. Until what? Until that bitch got into what you call it. Until that bitch got into goddamn Game Pass, and until that bitch got into goddamn he got into the Xbox ecosystem and umbrella. That's the one that's all of a sudden Skyrim is the best damn thing since sliced bread.
I just sent out a tweet to let everybody know that Teddy is on here to our small audience lying to the people,
How am I
lying
lying?
to the 5 people in here, saying
How am I
that
lying to them?
God of
How am I
War
lying to them?
is bigger than Skyrim. This is
I'll
pitiful.
be honest.
This is
I
this.
heard
This
I
is
heard more about Skyrim than I heard about what you call it. Than I heard about God. I heard more about God of War than I heard about Skyrim. I'll be honest. I'll die on that fucking hill.
oh my God,
I
Teddy.
will die on that
Well,
fucking hill.
since you
I
want to
don't
die
care.
on hills, brother, your time is coming soon because this is utterly ridiculous. You do realize that Skyrim sold 50. And the Rick means 50 million copies.
Multiplat.
Doesn't matter.
What happened if that bitch became a goddamn exclusive?
There's still
Xbox?
50 million, especially with Steam Decks out there, Chico.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to remember.
stop.
Hold on, and I'll tell you why it will still sell 50 million. The core audience of the Elder Scrolls is on what platform, Teddy? PC. Because of the mods. That's why Starfield's going to be big. That's why Elder Scrolls and Fallout are big. Because of the modding community.
Yeah, but no. It's only big because it's exclusive to the Xbox.
Teddy.
That's why it's big. Let's not
Teddy,
bullshit
I
ourselves,
think,
Rick.
Teddy,
You
I hate to
know-
get all southerner on you, Teddy, but
Rick,
here's the problem
Rick,
here, Teddy. Teddy, you
Rick,
are
you know-
undermining some of the best games in the industry. These
Rick.
games are very, 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 very good. And I think
Rick, don't
you
you
are
go
trying.
over here and bullshit these people.
You're trying to do. Yeah, listen, there's only 5 people in here, Teddy. And there's no sense in telling
There's
lies.
actually 4 people in here.
Maybe you gotta
unless I'm looking
refresh
at this
the chat.
wrong, there's 4 people in here.
All right, there's 4 people in here. So you are lying to 4 of these people. 4 people, and I probably know 2 of them. So now they're going to associate me with a liar, Teddy. You're making up stuff. We get
Rick, Rick, what am I making up? All I'm saying is this: Starfield and all that stuff. I promise you, people wouldn't have gave a fuck if that bitch was a multiplat. I'll be honest. People wouldn't have gave a fuck about that goddamn game really like that.
Sony
reason
wanted
people
it.
really give
Sony wanted
the
exclusive
only
rights on it.
Why people are giving that, or people giving that shit the time of day is because why? Xbox are using that as fuel to fuel this damn console war they in, just because that bitch is a sound exclusive. All because that shit says Xbox One exclusive. I can guarantee you now, half these fuckers that are sitting here capping and losing their minds for this shit ain't gonna play that motherfucker day one.
Hey, Teddy. I don't know where you've been. I don't know where you've been the
They'll-
last,
Say that they play it, but if we go ahead and look at their time playing on it, I promise you that bitch won't exceed about 3 hours.
once,
It won't exceed 3 hours.
once Microsoft went into an agreement to buy Activision, the console war was over. It's over.
Hey, I agree. And that was and let me tell you
the
something.
biggest game on console just got purchased by one of the bigger tech companies, and it's going to be multiplat. So there is no more console war. It's over. The console war ended.
Hey, you know what? And that's great. I'm happy that y'all bought the what's the fuck thing? What is it, Activision? I'm glad y'all bought Activision. That's great. Y'all bought Activision, right? Now, y'all done bought Activision and all that stuff, right? So console war is over. Why is it that these people? Yeah, Activision gets on there now. All the Call of Duties and shit would actually be on Game Pass, which will actually bolster and value this goddamn thing. I'm still waiting for that damn release of, hey, go ahead and get Modern Warfare day 1 and get the Vault Edition day 1 on Game Pass. All right, I'm still waiting on that damn announcement once it finally becomes finalized. Right? Cool. Now, Rick, I will go ahead and say this. That was a smooth acquisition y'all did, getting Activision. I honestly would be more excited using Activision as a goddamn fuel to the fire than what the fuck Bethesda is. I'll be honest. Now, don't get me wrong. The Bethesda's deal, the Bethesda acquisition, that was big. That was big as shit.
I think.
I was impressed. But that Activision one, oh, buddy, that's huge.
Now here's what
That
I think.
is
Here's what I
huge.
think, and then we'll get into this more in tomorrow's show. I think the Activision deal is small potatoes compared to what I think Microsoft is trying to do. And I'm gonna leave. We're gonna leave our viewers with this. All 4 of them. We're gonna leave them with this. Cliffhanger. What if I told you Microsoft purchasing Activision is not the big picture here? The bigger picture is Microsoft will soon eliminate the home console in the future. There's a reason why they're putting that Game Pass app on these new Samsung TVs. There's a reason why they want a portable handheld Xbox. And there's a reason why they're going to have the joint. If you don't have a Samsung TV, you can plug it in like a Roku stick or a Fire Stick and play games. Here's my prediction. I feel Microsoft's next acquisition will be Steam. I think they buy Steam. They get the Steam Deck. They market that as like Game Pass on the go, more powerful than the Switch.
Basically, they use that bitch as a handheld. You basically talking about that's their
Abso-fucking-lutely.
way. That's their way to get into the handheld market.
And you know what else about Steam that nobody can challenge? They're
What?
a privately owned company. So
Yeah.
all they have to do is show up on the doorstep with a Halliburton full of money and say, I sleep here now. And there's nothing that the FTC, the DOJ, SONY, PlayStation, there's nothing anybody can do. And
So
I
you
think,
now the way I look at it is this: do you think Steam would sell? Well, whoever owns Steam,
Gabe.
you think they would actually sell over the Xbox if the price was right? I guess.
I think now they will. Gabe was an old Microsoft guy. And he left Microsoft to create Valve. And
And Valve is a parent company of Steam.
other way around. Steam is the
Oh,
parent
Steam
company
is
of
the
Valve.
parent company of Valve. Okay.
Mhm.
All
So Gabe
Mhm.
has been having a lot of conversations with Dr. Phil the past 5 years. They've been buddy-buddy. And if you notice, Gabe said he would love to have Game Pass on the Steam Deck. Gabe has always talked about how he was going to retire soon. So I don't think that's a coincidence that he's in bed with Microsoft now, because I think that's the next big acquisition for Microsoft. I don't think you need any more publishers. Hell, you can't put out the games that you own right now. So leave that shit alone. I think the
Right.
big acquisition of Microsoft is going to be acquiring Steam. Because now if you acquire Steam, you know what you've just done? You have just put Game Pass in everybody's fucking hand where you can mod. And oh, don't forget, King. You got World of Warcraft, all of that shit on there now on the Steam Deck. And and not to get too far into what we're going to talk about tomorrow, I can really see a future 4 years from now, maybe 5, let's say 6 years from now. Because I can guarantee myself 6 years because I'm doing about 20-something thousand steps a day. So I'm going to be healthy enough. I'm going to live to see it. What if I told you eventually Game Pass will be the subscription, the parent subscription, but what if I told you in Game Pass you will have a Nintendo Power, a PlayStation subscription, and a Steam subscription you can get in there. Like Hulu without ads, Hulu with live TV. I think Microsoft's move that people aren't thinking, yeah, Ty, shout out to Ty, my man, he always shows up too. Ty, I think Microsoft buying Steam is not really for the IPs, it's for that technology. They want the Steam Deck. You get the Steam Deck. Microsoft already has the PC Game Pass. Imagine if you market that with their back to what I was gonna say.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it is this: Microsoft already has they already have fucking Valorant and goddamn fucking basically two of the most popular PC IPs out there, with Valorant and League of Legends.
Bro, I think, you know what, and people think I'm crazy. I said this to somebody one day. I was just thinking out loud. I said, what if Microsoft is buying these publishers, trying to put everything on all these different platforms just to eliminate the console? Like, what if that's what they're really doing? What if that's the end game? Remember like War of the Worlds when everybody was wondering where these damn aliens was coming from? It was like,
Yeah.
oh, they came from outer space, or oh, they came from the moon, but the whole time the damn things was buried underneath the ground. They was here the whole time already. What if the whole time all Microsoft is doing is trying to get in bed with everybody, get the consoles out of there, to then tell like a Sony or somebody, hey, Why don't you put your games on this service? We're all gaming from televisions and pucks anyway now. So we can put your stuff in the Game Pass. Here's what I'll tell you. Sony's games will be in Game Pass before Microsoft's games are on PlayStation Plus. That's a fact because we already have MLB The Show inside the Game Pass. Yeah, they do, Ty. Shout out to Ty. He's right. They do. They need big IPs. Shout out to Ty. Where the hell you been? It took you an hour and 30 minutes to get here. Hell, we're damn near wrapping up. All you wrench guys, all you guys with wrenches should be here when we start. Coming in late. We're not like Z. We start on time. But anyway,
we do.
I think Microsoft's plan is to eliminate the console. What do you think about that, Teddy? It's a slick move, bro. If you take a look, Teddy, don't look at it close up. Look at it from afar, Teddy. You don't see these wheels that are turning, bro? Bro, they look like they're trying to eliminate the console. If Microsoft buys Steam, like I think their next acquisition will be, I'm telling you, they're getting rid of the console, bro. It's done. It's fucking done.
I could possibly see that.
Oh, man, hit that ring. Ring my bell, Ty. Pause. Ring my bell, baby. Hit that notification button. We go live. When we go live. But
tell your friends about us.
Yeah. But so Ty, what do you think, Ty? I think Microsoft is going to eliminate the consoles, or they're trying to. Think about this, Ty, because you just came in. They're talking about Microsoft buying Steam. You're talking about Microsoft buying Netflix. What the F is next? If they're going after them, I mean, hell, you can have an all-in-one portable device that's going to get you Game Pass and Netflix. That's a problem. You don't need a console no more.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Oh, man, YouTube's screwing us, Teddy. We're not getting notifications. Man, we didn't do anything bad yet.
What are you talking about? We ain't getting notifications. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Ty didn't get a notification that we went live.
Did he ring the bell?
Yeah, he said he did all of it. And I believe him because he's a Christian.
Oh, shit. I mean, hell, that's on you, buddy boy. I don't have no power over that.
Yeah, Ty, you know what, brother? You're right. Most people do want a console. You're right. And most people want physical disc. And as you can see with these special editions, you're not even getting physical disc anymore. I bought Back for Blood, the Super Edition. You know what they did? They sent me a digital code, and they sent me to Best Buy to pick up the steelbook case to it. And I was like, "What? Hey, you sent me to pick a steelbook case up, and there's no game. It's a code. Like I'd never seen anything like this before. This was crazy." I'm like, "Wow." I think that's where we're headed. I think eventually Game Pass is going to have other subs inside of other tiers inside of the sub. Call me crazy, but remember this: when they buried me here in Connecticut, I was the first guy to say Microsoft is going to have Game Pass that's going to include Netflix, that's going to include a Nintendo sub, and is going to include a PlayStation sub for their games too. That is what is going to happen. They're too powerful. You can fight it all you want. And the reason why I say that is because when you take a look back at the PlayStation first-party titles, you look at the Horizon Forbidden West. You look at, what was the one at Gran Turismo? That sold pretty well. Those games don't sell 20, 30 million like they used to. Where's that audience? Where, Teddy? You're a PlayStation guy, today at least.
Yeah, look, I mean, I've always been a PlayStation guy.
Oh, you lying.
That doesn't change a thing. I just enjoy games off of both
But Teddy,
aspects. But my
where,
preferred
Teddy,
platform is
Teddy,
PlayStation.
you getting lawyered, you being a politician on me, Teddy. Where
I'm
is
not being
the
a lawyer.
audience? Where is the audience that bought 20 million Spider-Man? Why didn't they buy Last of Us 20 million? Why? Why Last of Us 2 didn't sell 20 million, Teddy?
Well, I mean, let's face facts. It's a goddamn exclusive. There you go.
The first one
Within the game,
sold 20
look,
million,
look.
Teddy. Why the second one
I
didn't?
mean, for one, there was a leak, SJW issues. People kind of looked at it as that. Well,
Oh.
I mean, come on now. Let's be real.
All right,
Come
I'll give
on,
you
this is
that.
real.
I'll give you that.
SJW, yeah, people looked at it as they looked at it. They looked at that game as, oh, this is the SJW agenda. They was going off of the damn leaks. You know, this is what happened when you deal with followers. You know, that's the way I look at it. This is what happened when the fuck you deal with followers. You know, people who just assume some shit just because they heard it through the grapevine. So it has to be fucking religion instead of trying it themselves. This is what happens.
Ty, I think it goes without saying. Ty just said if you say it is going digital, you know, he believed that. I actually believe digital. I believe the next gen consoles that come out, the refresh, the rebirth, whatever you guys want to call them, I believe those consoles will not have disk drives in them. They won't. And Ty, they did give some of them away free in a bundle. They have that new PlayStation that new PlayStation bundle that has Forbidden West inside of it.
It has Forbidden West. It has Forbidden West in there. It also has I think there's a 2K bundle in there now.
But if you
I
have,
think.
but if Forbidden West is in that bundle, that counts as a sale. And I think
Yeah.
they did that strategically because Forbidden West was struggling, and a lot of that had to do with Elden Ring. Elden Ring kicked it in the nuts, and then it kept on stepping. Like Elden Ring stomped everything out, bro.
I don't think anybody was expecting Elden Ring to do what it the
Why
fuck
not?
it did.
Listen, everybody knows
I wasn't
games
expecting it.
games that come out in the wintertime are always going to do well. Why? What do we do in the wintertime, Teddy?
You stay in the house.
We stay in the house. If it wasn't summertime, I wouldn't be outside getting 20 steps a day. I wouldn't be working out and all that stuff. I'd be sitting in this damn recliner playing video games. But because it's nice weather outside, you know, I play a little bit of WWE because Rob Van Dam's in there now. But other than that,
Yeah, or
I haven't.
RVD is in there.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, all I want to know is, and look, am I tripping? Because everybody tells me like a Ratchet and Clank is a system seller. It didn't sell that many. It didn't sell, you know, the 20, 10 million that, you know, these other Sony titles sell. They told me that Horizon Forbidden West was a system seller. Now it has to be sold with the system. All I'm saying is, these Sony, and I think, and again, I'm not stealing anybody's material. I was saying it, I said this when Z had me on his show. And they booed the Rick out of the building. When I said, yo, you know, Last of Us 2 only sold 10 million. Man, Rick, man, what do you mean only 10 million? It's only been 2 years and this and that, whatever. And I'm like, whoa, what do you mean only 2 years? The Last of Us 2 came out. There's 120 million PlayStation 4s out there. And it only sold 10 million? And out of the 10 million it sold, you know all 10 of them weren't at full price. That's all I'm saying. Or I want to know where's my Sony ponies at? What are you guys going to do when Sony says, yo, we need to pull back on making these, you know, these cinematic games? They cost a lot of money. If they're not selling, you know, tens of millions of them, we got to. Do you realize that Ghost of Tsushima, which was a new IP, sold as much as Last of Us 2? They came out like a month apart from each other, bro. Like a month out from each other. I remember.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Which was a better game
Yeah.
to me. I thought it was a better game. I take Ghost of Tsushima over The Last of Us 2 any day. I thought the combat was better. There's more things to do. It's an open world. You know, you can play the game different ways. Last of Us is on the rails. It's the same thing regardless. You're not changing anything.
Well, I haven't had it. Well, I'll be honest. I haven't had a chance to play Ghost of Tsushima. I
Ghost
actually
of
need
Tsushima,
to
Ghost of Tsushima should have
install.
been Game of the Year, not The Last of Us 2. I think people were on that Last of Us
I'm
2
about to
hype
say what?
train.
Hold on. So what? Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year that year, huh?
Yes, it did, but I think Ghost of
Well,
Tsushima
I'm
should have
not
won it.
going. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was some stiff competition. But here's the thing, though, Rick.
How? Who was the
Oh,
competition?
oh,
They were
hold on,
competing with
Rick.
each
Oh,
other.
oh, wait, give me a minute, Rick. Let me go ahead and put this all together for you.
I appreciate it, like Legos.
Do
Click.
you see? Do you see the problem here, though? The
Uh,
mere fact
yeah.
that
The
we're
problem
talking
is they're
about
releasing their games too close together.
What'd you say?
They're releasing their games too close together. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, that's one problem. But here's the thing, though. But here's a good problem, though. When it comes to PlayStation, they all have in-house competition with one another because why? All they know all their games for one are on. You had two PlayStation games that year on the GOTY list, Tsushima and goddamn Last of Us 2, and they're competing against one another. All I gotta say is this: where's Xbox at? Why can't Xbox be in that same conversation? With them?
Xbox doesn't need to be in that conversation because they own
Oh,
Minecraft, and
Rick, don't you dare! No,
Minecraft is the
no,
biggest
Rick,
game in the
no,
world.
Rick.
They're fine. They're
Uh-uh.
fine.
What we're not, no, Rick. What we're not about to do is go ahead and give these guys a pass.
I'm not giving them a pass. I'm just telling you the
Miss me
truth,
with
bro.
that shit.
It's
With
the
that
truth.
shit.
What do you want from
That
me?
is a
Now,
that is a
I
damn
think
shame.
Sony can use my help. Now, the Rick's not going to give it to you for free.
Oh, Rick,
I
that is
am-
a damn shame.
Listen, I'm willing to help Sony and their brand. They have done some dumb things. Number one, I would have not released The Last of Us 2 on a PlayStation 4. That would have been a launch title for the PlayStation 5 if I was in charge.
I was about to say, when did Last of Us 2 come out?
It is 2019, I guess, and then the
2019?
PS5 came out in 2020.
I was
Yeah.
about to say because the PS, but see, the thing is, I think from that one, like I said again, you need a swan song for that. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. You needed a swan song, and the way I look at it, Rick, I'll be honest, there is no better way to go out than own your goddamn shield, and that is with The Last of Us 2. All right. That's the way.
Yeah,
That is honestly the way I
no.
look at it. That's the way. That's the honest way I look at it.
I think
You
it's a
needed
problem,
song-
Teddy. When
every-
your prior
I-
shield
look,
gave you 20 million and your new shield is only giving you
look
10.
Now, look here.
That's the
You
problem,
talking
Teddy.
Now you talk about following your shield. I don't mean following your shield because there was no shield for Sony to fall on. I feel as though when it came down to it, that was a swan song to the PS4. That was them saying, "Hey, this is our swan song for the PS4. Thank you for being there since the beginning."
But you had Ghost
I
of
know it was
Tsushima. You could have did it with Ghost of Tsushima. You did not need to release both of them at the end of the generation of the PlayStation 4. You didn't have to.
Shit happens, brother.
Oh, that was stupid as hell. You know why they did that? I'll tell you why they did it, Teddy. You know why? Because
why
what
did
did you
they do
get? What did you get a year later? You got a Ghost of Tsushima director's cut for the PS5.
Well, hey,
Had to pay an upgrade fee, right? That's what they gave
and
you.
of course, and you know what? The way I look at it is this. Well, I think for the Last of Us 4, not Last of Us 4, Lord, Last of Us Part 2, you ended up getting a what you call it anyway. You know, getting an upgrade on that one too. I think what was it like 60 frames or some shit?
That's nothing.
Wasn't it
Listen,
a 60 frame situation?
bro.
there?
Listen, you know it. I know
No,
it.
Rick.
The Last of
Rick,
Us
don't
2
dare.
will get a freaking remaster for the
Don't do-
PS5
Rick,
next
Rick,
year
don't do that.
when Sony is running out of money because
Oh,
the Bungie
oh,
guys are freaking not
Rick.
making the money that they thought they were going to make.
Damn, Rick.
Yeah.
Rick, I told you don't do that.
I
Oh,
said it.
man.
I believe it.
Oh,
I
Rick.
mean it.
God.
I prayed on it. I laid on it.
Jesus Lord, we need to come home here because you talking out your ass here.
No.
That's your
The
problem.
only time that Rick talks out of his ass is when he farts. That's it.
You are talking smooth out of your ass on this one.
No.
I can't even
No.
agree with you on that.
Now, the Rick only talks out of his ass smoothly if I had a Dulcolax. You know, you got to take that laxative sometime to get that shit out of you. But,
Jesus, Rick.
yes. Now, tomorrow's show. Oh, look at this. My man Phenom's in here. Yeah. My man showed up. He retweeted the show out. My man. My man, see, listen, this is all the Rick asked for. I don't care if we get 2 viewers. Well, actually, I do. That hurts. But I don't care if we get 5 or 10 viewers. But as long as the brothers that I roll with in Discord, or they come through and support your boy, that's what it's all about. Don't worry. We ain't always going to have 5 viewers. We going to get 10. We going to get 20. And then 20 going to be 40. And then 40, hell, before you know it, we going to be monetized. We going to have a coon room. I created that room, by the way. And, you know, that's what,
You did.
yeah,
Now, hold on. Here's the thing. Here's my thing. Now, you say you created it.
I created it.
Now, how are you going to get the property back? Because you didn't patent it.
I don't have to have a property. When I signed on with the Broadband Bullies, Zaire Johnson owns all likeliness and properties. You know, it's like dealing with Vince McMahon. So I'm not going to win that fight.
You could possibly buy back your creation.
But I can't. He owns Post Up Name too. He owns it.
I would-
Listen, you ever notice MM2K gets on sparingly because he owns his royalties too? That's why.
Or
Why do you think J-Dub don't come on the show no more? Because he owes royalties. He owns that too. That's what it is. That light-skinned fucker's got his hand in everybody's pocket. He owns all the royalties.
say all that now.
Hey, look, he does. Hey, listen, he still plays post-up music and stuff on the entry level. He owns the masters to post-up songs.
Hey, look,
he's a
like I
monster.
said, look, at the end of the day,
man.
at the end of the day, Post has no one to blame but himself on that one.
Oh, Z owns his masters.
He could have kept those masters.
Yo, Z
Post-
like Suge Knight up in this bitch, yo. He like,
Post
yo,
could have kept them damn masters. Post has no one to blame but himself.
you know, he owns post-up
Weird.
masters. Hell, he think he owns my name. That's why I had to change my name to Ricky Schwarzenegger. Because, you know, the Ricky Brown name, I seen somebody try to trademark it. I was like, hey, what the hell's going on here? And it said, you know, Mr. Johnson, pause, was trying to copyright the Rick's name. But anyway, before we close out, I'll give you guys a preview for tomorrow's show. If Z goes live, we'll go live before him or after him. Hell, it doesn't matter. But anyway, the topic is, and we're going to end on, was that I think Microsoft is going to become a publisher. I think Game Pass is going to have services inside of it. I think it's going to have PlayStation Plus in it. It's going to have a Nintendo sub in there. It's going to have King, all of that stuff. That's why they're giving the pucks. That's why they're putting all this stuff on Samsung TVs. They're going to try to eliminate the console. And that's what it is. It's a hostile takeover. I saw this happen before. I remember there was a time when an American family, even the black American families, the hard workers, just like myself, the Browns, we used to go to the video store. And we used to get 4 or 5 movies for $5 a piece just for 2 or 3 nights. And then we had to return them or we got a late charge. But then all of a sudden this fly-by-night company called Netflix came in where they said, hey, you can have the disc mailed to you and you can watch content online. For just $4.99 a month. Watch all the movies, rent all the movies you want. Sounds a little bit like Game Pass, doesn't it? All I'm saying is, watch. You know, everybody thought we was going to have VCR tapes forever. Everybody thought we were going to have CDs forever. Remember vinyl? I'm a DJ, goddammit. I know all about vinyl. Look at that. Bro, times change. Expect the next generation consoles to not even have a disc in it. There's not going to be a disc drive. They don't even really manufacture 4K movies anymore. They sell out in Best Buy in 5 minutes because they make so few of them. I'm one of the few guys that I know that still collect physical media. Vaughn does too. Vaughn still collects physical media. He still buys the 4K disc.
But you know what? There is this. I will say this when it comes down to physical media. I'll say I'll be honest. I don't really collect physical media like that no more. Not like I used to. But I will say this. There's this one little bit of physical media that I do want. I don't know if you ever heard of this game called Pac-Man World. It was an old game that came out back in '99 for PlayStation to celebrate. I think it was the 20th. Yeah, the 20th anniversary of Pac-Man. You'd like to say it was the 20th? Was it this one? Yeah, the 20th anniversary of Pac-Man.
I'm not familiar with this, but why do you want
Yeah.
that trash, Teddy?
That's, calm down. That's my childhood. That was like my childhood. That
Well, you
damn
know what my
Pac-Man world.
childhood
That was the
is?
first time.
My
That
childhood
was
is
the
growing
first.
up in the projects,
That was,
Teddy. I don't want to go
that was
back
the.
there.
That was the first. That was like literally like the first time I ever heard of Pac-Man was Pac-Man World. But nonetheless, so it's called Pac-Man World Repack, and they got this one little thing. It's like a statue of I think this Noir Pac-Man thing or machine or something, and it's got Pac-Man on the side and then like a couple of ghosts. I'm not gonna lie, I actually feel like I might go ahead and shell out that 120 for it, just so I could get that statue for my gaming office.
Oh, he got a gaming offer. You ready to be a rich nigga? Yeah.
Got a little something over here. It's not much. I really, honestly, I really got.
Ah.
Once I get like everything that I need for it, that's when I'm really gonna like
Teddy,
just go
once
all
we
in.
make
Right
it,
now it's makeshift. Right
once
now it's makeshift as shit.
Teddy,
But once I get my
once
PC and I get the light and I get like my RGB lights and all that stuff to go around on it,
Teddy,
yeah, that's when I go ahead and get it together. Yeah.
once our channel blows up, it's gonna be big. We're going to be big,
All right, Donald.
huge. Yeah, you're right. Microsoft tied. That's right. Microsoft don't have the IPs right now. I think right now Microsoft is doing it the other way around. I think Microsoft is building an audience. When they were winning all those MPDs, they're selling hardware. Remember, they always struggle to sell hardware. So now they want to put the hardware in the home and then give you the games. They want you to have the hardware first. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how the hell they're selling those Xboxes. Usually you need the games to sell the hardware, but it's going the other way around. Those delays didn't hurt the sales of Xbox. It didn't hurt them at all. So I think they got lucky that PlayStation had a issue with getting chips, which is their own fault because they're the ones that wants to have that sped up whatever the hell they're trying to do to keep up with the 12 T flops. You know, they want to do that. You know, your arm's too short to box with God. So anyway, everybody that is subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. I have played the Mega Millions tonight. Since we only have 85, yeah, we played Mega Millions. Since we only got 85 subs on the channel, we will give $1 million to every subscriber.
Wait, what?
Yes. If I hit this damn Mega Millions for
Okay,
800,
okay.
when? You got to speak it into existence. When
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
hit this Mega Millions for $800 plus million, I'm going to be a damn billionaire. I have the list of who the subscribers are. I'm giving every subscriber $1 million. But y'all got to sign documents. They ain't going to hold me liable for this goddamn money. Yeah, clip that. I got you, Ty. Matter of fact, I keep track of my subs by giving everybody a wrench. If you got a wrench on the channel, I know who you are. And that's how I know. I know you a sub. And you're going to get $1 million. But you got to sign papers. I can't pay taxes on that. That's going to be a charitable giveaway. $1 million. $1 million. Clip that. $1 million. Everybody get $1 million. Nah, I ain't cashing out. Ty. See, that's what they want me to do. See, that's what they want. They want a nigga to cash out so I lose half the money. Nah, buddy. Your boy lost 70 plus pounds. I'm in shape. I'm going to live this out. Not happening. Nope. Hell, Teddy, I get 800 million. I might buy some WWE stock. We might take over this fucking thing. I know it's worth $1 billion, but we can make our money work for us.
I'm about to say it's probably worth peanuts, brother.
You know, we can
be perfectly honest.
do a little something, or we can invest in a baseball team, probably the Atlanta Braves.
There you go. Yeah, we can probably get the Braves together. That might work.
Yeah, buddy. But thank you everybody that tuned in. Teddy, thanks for coming through. Teddy's my man. Listen, Teddy's never said no unless he was at work. Ty,
Yes,
solid,
that is the
always
only
comes
time.
through. Ish came through. Shout out to him. Nah, they ain't gonna take me out because I'm gonna put my son's names on that ticket too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, buddy. That's right. You can't kill all of us. So, Merc, thanks for coming through, brother. My man Jose, he came through. Everybody that came through, I appreciate it. We're going to go live again tomorrow. I mean, listen, we only had like 5, 10. That's because we went wrestling. We don't really have that wrestling audience right now. But we got to get our,
Exactly.
we got to get our wrestling shit off. We have to.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what
That
we
was our
know.
main. That
That's
was
our
like
main
our
thing.
main focus on the
Yes.
channel.
And we're not going to let that die. We're going to still do wrestling. We're going to do wrestling every Tuesday. Whether you love it or hate it, we're going to do wrestling, you know? And we roll with the chat. If the chat wants to talk about something different, we'll talk about something different. But we're going to roll with our wrestling. We're going to roll with our sports. We're going to roll with our video games. We're going to do it all. This is a potpourri of it and shit. That's how we do it here, you know? We always, Ty, we're going to try to always go on around like 7:30. Because we know Z going to be asleep. He don't get up till like 10. And, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take that time slot because nobody really comes on at that time at like 7:30. So, boom, we're going to do it around that time. So we'll have our time slot solidified. We're going to have our content solidified. That's what we're going to do. We're going to just keep growing the channel. That's all we got. Hey, that's all we can do. You know, we only been doing this for a month. And it'll get better. I'm going to have to pay these dudes the money. They claim they're going to get us more subs and stuff if I pay a fee every month or whatever. So we're going to try a fee or something.
Wait, you paying for subs?
Yeah, they say if you pay, they advertise and they get you subs.
Oh, they advertise.
Yeah, that's what they say. You know. I'm on Eastern time, Ty. 7 o'clock Eastern. We're gonna go on between 7 and 7:30. We're gonna try to go on around those times. Yeah, that's what we're gonna try to. Yeah, I get Madden. I usually get Madden for the Xbox because that's where all my Madden opponents have been on, and that's where many of them have died trying to face me. But I do want that smoke and Madden for anybody that that wants to give it. I have a reputation. People say I don't pull up, right? Somebody said in the Broadband Bully Discord, they said, "Oh, Rick don't pull up." When nobody's beating me in MLB The Show, I kick Eclipse Candy ass in wrestling. I whoop Parker in Halo. I smack Z around in 2K. Yeah, 6 o'clock your time. So, nobody has come in. The only person that has actually beat me in anything in here was Higher Life. He smoked me in 2K. And that's because Brandon Ingram was doing me dirty. So other than that, man, I'm about to catch a case. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. All right, listen, everybody hit the like button on your way up out of here. I'm going to bed. I got 2 more days on my old job, and I'm free as a bird now. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming out.